Hi everyone! Today I want to share a pretty card made with the Painted Harvest stamp set. And maybe if you've been watching YouTube for a little bit today, you've already seen it because I posted this version just a short time before this one. I was making different colors and trying to decide which two I liked better, and I couldn't decide. And then I thought, well, someone might see this pretty purple tones and like that, and that might catch somebody's eye, and someone else might like this one. And so since I made two versions, I thought I might as well videotape both versions, and we'll see which one gets more likes. Anyway, thought I might as well, and it's a quick card, so it's a quick video. So here is this one, the Elegant Eggplant and Perfect Plum version. So it uses a card base of Elegant Eggplant, and then I have a matte piece which is 5 3/4 in Early Espresso, and then I have the background main panel image which is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 in Whisper White, and then I also cut an inside panel 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside, so you can write a greeting. When you have a dark card base, it's nice to have that Whisper White inside for a greeting. And I'm using a background stamp called Burlap. I had it on my desk a minute ago. There it is. And I just love it. It's a nice pattern. It's great for so many backgrounds. It's pretty for fall. It's got that, you know, scarecrow, burlap sack kind of look to it. So I really love this new background stamp. And I'm going to use that. And I'm also using the Painted Harvest stamp set, which is new for the holiday catalog, and it's just beautiful. I'm seeing it everywhere, and it's really simple. I think it's just got a really pretty kind of watercolor look, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. So I'm going to get started on this card. I'm going to stamp the background first on my Whisper White panel, and that's just in Crumb Cake. When you're using a background stamp like this, I like to put the ink on to the stamp pad instead of the stamp the other way. So this is Crumb Cake on the burlap. There we go. And then I'm going to stamp my flower directly on top of this. Now, something I didn't mention in the other video, but I'm going to mention, why not, is that there are these little guides. See these little tiny arrows? It kind of tells you what direction they want the flower to go, so that when you put this one on top of that one, they're going in the same direction. And I was paying attention to that the first, I don't know, 10, 15 cards that I made, and I kind of stopped because I think I can stamp a beautiful flower and not pay any attention to that whatsoever, and I don't think it makes much of a difference. But you can play around with it and see what you think. I think the flowers turn out beautifully no matter what. You just layer them on top of each other and you get a beautiful image, and I don't think it really has to line up. Another thing that I did, though, I was using a lot of Cajun Craze on some of my cards, which really stained the stamp. The stamp still stamps a perfect image, but it was just really hard to see that center, and the center was kind of what I was most worried about as opposed to the petals. So I cut my center out. I have an X-Acto knife, the Stampin' Up X-Acto knife, and I just cut it out. It's really close to the edge, and that is how I've been lining up my center, because I think that's kind of the more important thing to line up. Okay, so I'm going to use the bigger background that already had a cutout center. I don't know why they didn't cut out that one. And that is in the lighter color, which is Perfect Plum. And then I grabbed the center, the deeper images, the darker images, and I stamped that in Elegant Eggplant. There we go. Okay, and then the very center, I used Early Espresso. There we go. Now, it's really hard to get all that edging covered. It just is. So I grabbed a blender pen and I picked up some of this ink from the pad, or the ink from the stamp, and I just kind of dappled it in. I didn't want to draw with the marker because I wanted a softer line, and if you just a little bit of dappling, you'll get that all covered up. And then the stamp set comes with these cute little dots, which I put in the center, kind of like little sunflower seeds just beginning to form. Okay, and I made another one just like this one, but I cut it out, so you don't have to watch me cut it out. We've got that. And then on a piece of scrap, with my early espresso still out on my desk, I'm going to stamp this greeting. The stamp set has many little greetings, kind of perfect for fall and Thanksgiving. They're thankful greetings. That's pretty. And I'm going to punch that out with the pretty label punch. Now I also need some leaves, and I decided to go with a softer green on that one, and so the leaves on this version are always artichoke. I used garden green on, ooh, I'm way up high. Sorry about that. I used garden green on this one and always artichoke on that one. And there's a punch for that, part of a bundle. You save 10% if you buy the stamp set with the punch, and punches are always awesome, so I highly recommend that. So the leaf is in two parts. You can stamp. There's one. Let's see if I have space over here. Not quite. And then you're going to layer it with the background, and you don't have to stamp off. The stamp has a muted look to it because they've got lots of little grooves in here, so it does not pick up a full bunch of ink, and you're going to get the tone on tone that you want without having to stamp off. And then we're going to punch that out. And we're going to layer. I'm going to put these two together first before I put on any of my linen thread so that I don't have any bumps as I'm trying to use the adhesive. Okay, and I've got some little linen thread kind of behind my greeting, which I thought was kind of sweet. I'm going to put a bunch of adhesive down and grab my linen thread. I like to run it across the bone folder so those kinks kind of go away, and it helps it want to have soft loops too. And now I'm just going to take the greeting and just put some dimensionals right on top, and then those can go directly over the linen thread. Now I put the dimensionals kind of on one side because I want to go over, slightly over that greeting. And then the leaves, I used some liquid glue because I wanted to be able to maneuver them around a little bit as I'm tucking them. Okay. Here we go, and then on the inside I just stamped this cute little acorn from the set in Early Espresso, which I closed. There we go, sweet little acorn, and I'm going to put that right inside we are all set. There is the perfect plum and elegant eggplant version of my painted harvest card. I hope that you like it. Let me know which one you like better in the comments or with a little thumbs up, and I'll see which one people tend to like better. I think we're going to do one of these at Stamp Camp coming up. Very cute. And I'm opening an Etsy store just for fun, and it's going to be Beth's Paper Cuts, and you can link that right from my blog too. So you can go to bethspapercuts.com to purchase Stampin' Up! Products with this fun new bundle, or check out my Etsy store, which is going to be open next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.